Hey everyone, we have a banger tonight. A banger. I know I said that before, but this is a banger, especially for those of you, brothers and sisters, who I pray for every night, that you stop getting fooled by the majority of the churches in America whose preachers, mostly I am going to, I believe that inadvertently, because they went to seminary and got brainwashed like every other college, are teaching that the law is dead, the Torah is dead. And who do they go to? They go to Paul. You always hear him talk, well, Paul says. First, let's get it right out of the way right now. It is in black and white. Yeshua is number one. No one's outranking him. Sorry, I'm worked up. Not one jot, not one tittle of the Torah is going away until all be done, as long as heaven and earth are here. Last time I checked, I haven't been to heaven, but earth's still here. So that is in black and white. Not one jot, not the smallest part of the Torah is done away. He said, I did not come here to get rid of the Torah. I came here to complete it. If you love me, keep my commands. I give you no new commands. It's all there. It's the Torah. Now, again, can't do all of it because we don't have the temple, so that takes out about a third of the laws. Okay, but people will run the Paul because the church taught them. Paul says they will twist Paul, twist it like crazy, take it out of context. But what they won't do is when these church pastors cherry pick their 4 to 6 verses or maybe 10 verses they read on Sunday in their little story they made up. They never give you the full, they'll read one sentence and omit the rest of it. So let me give you some stuff. This is from Romans. This one's good, but this one's good, but this is just a banger right here. Paul is still in his introduction to the Romans in this letter. Let's just start here. But you know what? Yeah. But according to your hardness, he's talking to the Romans, Paul, Shaul. Remember, his name is Shaul. And your unrepentant heart, you are treasuring up for yourself wrath in the day of wrath and revelation of the righteous judgment of Elohim, who shall render to each one according to his works. There you go. There's another banger that the church, you don't have to work. You can't work your way into heaven, lest any man boast. But once you receive Yeshua as your Savior, and you really feel His Spirit, you're going to be driven to want to spread His word and help people. You just are. When you love think about when you love someone, you want to be by him constantly. You want to do stuff for him. You want to not piss him off. When you love something, you do something, even if it's a thing, which you shouldn't, but everlasting life to those by persistence in good work seek for esteem and respect and incorruptibility. But wrath and displeasure to those who are self-seeking and do not obey the truth, but obey unrighteousness. What's righteousness? Luke 1:6. Blamelessly walking in all the laws of Elohim. I paraphrased. Affliction and distress on every human being working what is evil, of the Yehudi first and also the Greek. Oh, by the way, this too also dashes the replacement theology, where this is, remember, New Testament here, Paul, where they say that, the true Jews, not the fake Jews that we have in the world today that are causing trouble. Revelation 2:9 and 3:9 and John 8:31 through 48. Those are different people. Before you get all mad at me, go read it first. So, no, Israel is not done in God's eyes. It's not the church. It's not. Nowhere said that. Nowhere is that said. But esteem, respect, and peace to everyone working what is good, to the Yehudi first and also to the Greek. For there is no partiality with Elohim. For as many sinned without Torah shall also perish without the Torah. And as many as sinned in the Torah shall be judged by the Torah. For not the hearers of the Torah are righteous in the sight of Elohim, but the doers, not the hearers, the doers. Paul, this is Paul telling you. You got to do the Torah. Paul says you don't need to do the Torah anymore. Where does it say that? Huh? Show me. Where does it say that? Where? says. These dogs like, calm down, dude. Funny. Blah, blah, blah. Here's the, but be doers shall be declared right. For when the nations who do not have the Torah by nature do what is in the Torah, although not having the Torah, they are a Torah to themselves. That means people who just know what's right. Like, everybody knows. I'm sorry, I don't believe this for a second, for the most part. The people, because you know what it feels like. That's why he says, love your neighbor like yourself. You know what it feels like when something of yours gets stolen. You know what it's like when someone of yours gets, your girlfriend or husband, whatever, gets cheated on. You know what it's like to get shit on. So don't do it to others. That's what he's saying here in way lesser terms. Just because you don't have the book doesn't mean don't be a douche. I mean, everybody's got their days. Don't get me wrong. Who show the work of the Torah written in their hearts. Their conscience also bearing witness, and between themselves their thoughts accusing. Okay, so we're going to go down here because this is just, he's kind of echoing what he's saying. Okay. You who will buy. What he's doing here, what I passed up, is he's talking about basically the Pharisees and the people who are equivalent of today, who try to use the Torah and their own laws that they added in that they shouldn't have, to preach to others to appear all high and mighty, but they themselves are hypocrites and break the Torah. That's who Paul is calling out right there. That's what I skipped over. And that's who we're talking about. You who make your boast in the Torah through the transgression of the Torah, do you disrespect Elohim? He's saying, well, you boasted, oh, we keep the Torah, we're Pharisees and brr, brr. But behind closed doors, you break the Torah. For the name of Elohim is blasphemed among the nations because of you. This is another thing. Remember the 10 Commandments. Do not take my name in vain. That does not mean you can't say goddamn. Okay, I mean, it's uncouth. It's not classy. I get it. But that's not what it means. Do not take my name in vain means a couple things, but one of the main things it means is don't use my name for credibility, basically. Like, don't be teaching my name and saying, in the name of Jesus, you should look at me because I follow the Torah, you little peon, and you don't, and I'm better than you. Meanwhile, behind closed doors, these people are the biggest skis balls anyone's ever seen. Remember, don't take the Lord's name in vain. That means if you run a business and you say, well, I'm a Christian, so you can trust me, that's taking the Lord's name in vain. Elohim's name in vain. For circumcision indeed profits if you practice the Torah, but if you are a transgressor of the Torah, your circumcision has become uncircumcision. So he's mainly, again, two things you can take away from this. He's talking specifically about the Yehudi who got circumcised of the flesh and think because they are only circumcised, well, it's basically, well, I got this, I'm set. I don't have to really do that other stuff, Got my wiener chopped up, I'm good. Because I did that, what shows? No, you still... It's about your heart. It says right here, it doesn't matter what kind of throwaway gesture you did. Okay, you got a circumcision. Cool. But if you're not living your life the way God says, your circumcision means buckus. So if an uncircumcised one watches over righteousness of the Torah, shall not his uncircumcision be reckoned as circumcision? So again, but you're circumcised, but you don't follow the Torah, no good. But the dude over there who's not circumcised, but does the Torah, he's good. And in the uncircumcised by nature, who perfects the Torah, shall judge you, who notwithstanding letter and circumcision are transgressor of the Torah. For he is not a Yehudi, so is outwardly, neither is circumcision that which is outward of the flesh. So you can get judged, even if you're you gotta get this right here. Again, Paul says you have to do the law anymore because that's what my pastor says. No. Bullshit. Show me what Paul says we don't do the law. Because it's pretty obvious right here. Well, no, you see, he's really talking about just the Yehudi. No, he actually says the Yehudi first and then the Greeks, meaning Gentiles in general. So no. This destroys the modern church narrative. Destroys it. Especially since all they do is lean on Paul. So annoying. It's really frustrating when people get, first off, get misled. Brothers and sisters getting misled. And then society at large judging Elohim, not people like they should be. It's not Elohim's fault that people act the way they do, but judging Elohim, not even on the Torah, but on what other men say of this book and the Torah, which is wrong. I defy anyone. Let's clear it up right now. I defy anyone to tell me, let's start building a society. Can you come up with some better laws? I mean, in addition to, but better than, let's say you don't believe in God. So take off the first 2 of the 10 commandments. Don't steal, don't rob, don't covet, don't cheat. Have a rest day. You don't think those are good to build a life on? You do those, I'll guarantee you just do those. The 10 commandments, you live your life truly by the 10 commandments and love your neighbor as yourself. Your life will be as amazing as one pretty much could be on this earth. So if society judged this book, which they should, by that, and not by what men interpret of it, what do you think most society's opinion of this would be? Significantly different. It's just constant lies about this book, and it's sickening. Anyway, now I'm spent. It's like a dog in full bag note mode.
Oh, she wants it.
I wonder why. I wonder why she's over there. Yeah, I wonder who gives her some. Anyway, that's it for the night, everybody. Peace out, yo.